Hey folks, Dumark the Artist coming at you once again from my hidden bunker deep within the bowels of the city. And, today was gym day, so once again I went forth from my hidden bunker to my nearby gym and decided to work out, but that's not why I'm making this video. Recently there was a bit of a discussion regarding a cover for the new issue of Teen Titans, in which a lot of the feminists were upset and angry and just downright belligerent about the fact that the artist had the temerity to make an Amazon look attractive. Oh no, they gave Wonder Girl boobies. So of course the discussion began to, as to whether or not it's sexist, and it's like, okay, yeah, fine. But then some of the geeks who decided that they are tired of this discussion decided to entertain the wonderful idea of rape threats against the writer of the article. This is pretty much going to be a rant of lesser rantiness / geek's guide, because apparently the two kind of intermesh in this one. But let me see if I can explain this yet again. Now, I am an extremely reluctant feminist. I do not care for a lot of the man-hating. I don't care for a lot of the men are evil, men are horrible avenues that many feminists seem to take. Okay? I am sick and tired of hearing people complain and whine about the fandom, because you know what? The time that it takes for them to write multi-page articles decrying as to how sexist and evil and horrible geek culture is, they could just as easily take all of that energy, put together a script, get a bunch of angry feminist artists, and do their own comics the way they want to see fit. Okay? I'm yelling at everybody today. I'm not just going to pick on one group, because this whole thing is just one great big fustercluck. Okay? The time that it takes for them to gripe and moan and whine and mule and do all sorts of things regarding how bad geek culture is, they could just as easily take all of that anger and energy and make their own stuff and sell it. Okay? You don't like the way Power Girl has her boob window because it's not realistic? The woman can lift a freaking truck and fly through the air and bullets bounce off of her boobies, and you're concerned about her boob window being not realistic? Really? Take the time out. Do your own work. Okay? When you can put out work that is successful and that people are willing to buy, then you know what? Maybe people will listen to what you have to say. Gail Simone is one of my favorite authors. Not necessarily that I agree with her politically, but she is someone that basically demonstrates that, yes, she has some strong problems with geek culture and with comic books, but she's doing the work. She's proving that you can strongly disagree with sexism in the geek industry and the comic book industry and actually make money doing it. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm frustrated right now with many of my fellow geeks, because you know what? They're making it harder and harder and harder for me not to be a feminist. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not necessarily a misogynist. I just really don't like people, the human species as a whole. But to be honest with you, you knuckleheads that think that it's entertaining to threaten rape on a female geek is just downright despicable. Right? I'm sick and tired of having to make apologies on your behalf. I'm getting sick and tired of having to hear these stories and hear all the feminists whining about how, oh, see, misogyny, misogyny. I'm sick and tired of hearing it because you're proving them right. If you would just keep your mouth shut for like about 5 minutes and not threaten rape just because you're sick and tired of this garbage, here's what you do. You keep your mouth shut. You present strongly reasoned, well thought out arguments that basically disprove their point. The second that you entertain the idea of threatening these women with rape proves them right. You basically prove them right. You basically prove that they have a point because you, feeling threatened in your masculinity, threatened to force them to have sex. What the hell is that going to do? Is that going to change their mind? Is that going to lessen the whining effect that these women have? If anything, it's going to make feminists that much more angry, and people like us, people like me, who are in the middle of this garbage, that just want to draw their stupid little cartoons, have to put up with more of this crap. Do us all a favor. If you're not capable of expressing yourself in a well thought out manner, shut the hell up. Seriously, don't write anything, don't say anything, just keep your mouth shut. Keep your rape fantasies to yourself. Alright? Do that, because the rest of us are getting sick and tired of having to deal with your cleaning up after your mess. Now, to my friends and who are female geeks, let me explain something, okay? Yes, I understand there's some serious problems with misogyny in the geek culture and the comic book industry. I get that. But the way you change it is to do the work. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing the work. I'm putting out stories. I'm putting out artwork. Lousy though they may be, crappy though they may be, I'm still doing the work because you know what? At least for the people around me, I want to change the perception of comic books and geek culture. That's what I'm doing. Yes, I draw adult comic books, but you know what? In the end, if I can at least influence one person to make a difference in our community, that's great. I have no problem talking with geek girls or geek guys or whatever, and lending them some of my experience, strength, and hope, as they say in some circles. It's just do the work. Do the work. You want to prove that equality can work, can sell in the geek community? Do the work. Okay? Draw, write. And the time it takes for you to write, like several blog postings that are like 10 to 15 pages long, put together a script. Put together a story with a plot line. Get an artist, or better yet, sell it on websites that sell novels. And just do the work and see what happens. Who knows? You might actually win a lot more people over like Gail Simone does because she does the work. Do the work. Trust me, it'll work out for you a lot better in the long run, because when the one thing the big companies hate more than anything, the one thing they fear more than anything, and the one thing that speaks volumes is when you give them competition. When you give them, when you create an opportunity for yourself that takes money out of their pockets. That is the best way you can bring about change, because then they're going to realize, hey, you know what? This person over here is doing something that works. Maybe we should try it. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a long time. It's going to take a lot of hard work and effort, but you know what? In the long run, you'll be a better person for it, and maybe you might make some cash. Anyway, this is Dumac the Artist signing off. Slime Shani Falcha. Have a nice day. Comments down below. Let's have it out.